Good morning, everybody. And welcome to this fundraiser.
How you doing?
For the Governor Edwin campaign. I volunteered to introduce the governor and say a few words tonight.
There you go.
I'll have a Coke.
In 1984,
Hi, lady. How y'all doing?
by 62 for governor.
Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you.
His appointment at that time was just as strong as the appointments we have today. So I don't see any problem in getting the governor re-elected for this go round.
On the road.
However, we have to work a lot harder
Campaign.
because there are so many candidates for this position. The governor, I will say a few words about his record. I will not go into the entire 4 years because that has become history.
Just the dumb.
The governor had a tough 4 years. 8 years the price of oil has dropped. And that the state needed revenue in order to continue an operation. So he approached his legislature by calling a special session to give them a plan that would bring revenue back to the state in the places money and also in order. The legislature met for special session, regular session, and called what she made. But at no time was the governor's plan accepted by the legislature. Now this plan that the governor had was a plan that has been working in several states, and it's been a very good and profitable plan to really money for education. Now you have seen and heard the other opponents. They have no plan. I happened to see one last night who said he might start a state audit in order to fund and so forth. Nobody, one of them wants to clean house, one of them wants to reorganize it. But nobody, and your next governor, the Honorable Edwin.
Thank you, Bill. Good seeing you. I'm glad to be here on this beautiful sunshiny day. 2 weeks from today, by this time, this election will be decided because you passed halfway during the voting of the day, and by that time enough people will have made a decision. And I know that with your help and the help of people like you all around the state, we're going to be #1 on the ballot when they get through counting the votes on Saturday, October 24th. Is that right? I just came here to participate in the auction because I appreciate what is being done to help me and to help the campaign and to spend a little time with you. I don't want to really make a big speech because you're standing here having a good time, enjoying yourself. I just want to tell you 2 things. One, we're not going to get the economy of this state going again until the oil rigs start working. And under my plan to put a floor on the price of oil of $18 a barrel, we'll have 2,000 rigs working in 2 years' time and put 20,000 people to work at high salaries who are already trained and ready to go to work on the rigs and do the kind of work that Louisiana people are able to do. That's a plan that's going to work. No one else has a plan. The other thing is, to get money for education, for teacher pay, and for better education for our children is going to require money. I don't want to raise your taxes like some other people are suggesting doing. I have a better plan. It's what 30 other states have done. Very simple. Let you vote on a lottery. If the people of this state want a lottery, you want a lottery? We'll get $150 to $200 million a year. Won't cost you a nickel. People who want to play will play. Some will win, some won't. some people are going to become millionaires, but the important thing is that the money is going to be used for two purposes: for the education of our children and to take care for the senior citizens who are in the golden years of their life and who are entitled to a little bit of consideration and confidence for those of us our age to take care of them because they've worked and paid their taxes and reared their children, and we should not turn our back on the people that have reached that point in their lives. This plan is going to work. The people of this state will vote on it. I'm glad to tell you that the reception I'm getting all over the state about this thing is very, very positive. The polls show that people want it. I think the new legislature is going to embrace it. I'm glad to be here in Clyde Kimball's district and hope that you can go to the polls 2 weeks from today and vote for number 3. That's Edwin, so that I'll be first when they count the ballots, and for my friend Clyde Kimball. Thank you very much.
Clyde, you got a few words you want to say?
Clyde, you like to speak up?
Want to get on what we're here for? This is a fundraiser, that's what we're here for, so we're going to get on with it in a minute.
Well, I'll be very brief, because I know everyone's here to speak to the governor, shake his hand, wish him luck, and to eat and have a couple of beers. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out today in support of the governor, also Clyde Kimball, the president and mayor coming out there with us today.
Thank you very
I
much.
have a few announcements on that, and we don't start with a little bit of option for Governor Edwin. We're going to have an option with, we're going to start the page and we'll leave.
All right. And now we're done.
First off, I'd like to thank the people that sponsored this time and made it all possible. The food, really good food, very quality. They donated the chicken, and also the things left for the cooking.
Well done.
Mike Carmel, Terry Nixon, the bar, salad, and the meeting, George Frank.
Governor, this cake was given by George Franks and Jerry Dupree here.
What's the capital made out of? Cardboard?
That's made up of cardboard, but the rest of it's cake, feed 300 people.
It's edible?
Oh, yeah, that's all 300 people come up.
I ain't got
You want to buy it, I can't, it's edible.
Governor, what do you have to say about this cake? It's quite something.
It's quite a cake.
Yeah, good, Josh.
Beautiful cake. It's also well planned. It's got crosses in the right place with the right names on it.
Well detailed. on it.
Well detailed. It's got.
Tarzan can't even handle it over here. He done blew his gun.
It's
He done blew his gun.
It's symbolic of Louisiana's green grass and the marsh, the crawfish, the deer, the duck, alligators, hunters, and the capital. Everything that I love.
Did you read on front of it? That's for you for another 4 years.
Great.
You're gonna be there. We coming.
Hell of a deal. That's nice.
Get your
Leave
minute.
it there till I eat, and we'll come pick it up.
All right. We're gonna do some auction items here right now.
That's something we had to do.
That's great.
No, really.
That is really innovative.
Joy, let him carry it outside.
No, he can't carry that too heavy.
Gee,
Have to take it easy with it, that won't hurt.
It'll take 2 men to carry that.
You got Peter Talon and you got strawberry. It's all eatable but this.
Great. That's great. Who made that?
I had a lady made it for this family.
You did? Where, did I get some of it?
No, sir, not yet. It's right there.
All right, let me get
It's on the plate.
Oh, I done scared you, huh?
You might be a good cook, but I'm on the grill. No, sir.
We took some.
Got some cooked already.
Just took it off.
Just took it off. That's good. That's a nice one. Very good.
It's non-fattening too.
Oh, that's all right. I don't care. Thank you much.
Oh, and I wanted to ask you if you're going to take a picture with the auctioneer.
Sure. As soon as I eat, I'll do it.
Is that all you want?
Just a little bit. Right? That's enough. There you go.
Give it away.
Hey, one more.
Don't have the ticket.
I'll be
Chris,
on.
you want to jump
Get
on?
this ticket and put it in the barrel.
Just jump on.
We're gonna have a drawing here. 339. 339. 340. 339. 339. 340. 355. Yup. 380. 390. 395. 400. $400. Hit $400. Hit $400. Yep. Tell it to the new way, partner. Thank you, sir. All right. Yeah. Oh! You bet. All right. We're gonna special deal here for you. We're gonna let special auctioneer, Governor Edwin is gonna auction off the car.
1981 Pontiac Phoenix. Give me a light on that. What is it? Right there. Right there. There you got the light. Right there. One Phoenix. What am I bid? Who started out? $600, $600, $700, $800, hold on, $900, any advance, $900, $950, $950, who's next, $950, are you through, $950, $1,000 for the man in the red shirt. Who's next, $1,000, this car's worth $3,000 on the lot. A $3,000 car for $1,000. As is. You don't have to leave anything. Take the wheels, the tires, the engine, everything. It all goes to the highest bidder. We have $1,000. Any advance. Who's going? 1,000 once, 1,000 twice. Come on, 1,000. Sold to the gentleman in the red shirt. Thank you very much. 1,100. Raise your right arm. Next time she gives you trouble, hit her with a stick. Don't break your hand hitting her. Thank you very much. Don't forget to vote 2 weeks from now. If you don't mind, pick up a bumper sticker before you leave. Put it on your car. Let's show those people where we stand and how we're going to come out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor. Thank everybody for attending. We'll get ready to leave here in a little bit. What you got?
July 1st of 1988 until June 30th of 1989. And there's no way at this point in the fall of 1987, 8 months before the beginning date, that you could have any realistic handle on the state's finances. I guess it's hard to go ahead and make some kind of estimate, but we certainly will have to adjust it as we go into the regular session in April of 1988.
Do you think disclosure of the financial reports will affect your campaign in any way?
Oh no, this is what is going to be disclosed insofar as estimates are made for July 1st of 1988, a long time after the election is going to be over with, so it certainly is not going to impact this campaign at all.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
One time right quick and asked him to buy a ticket on an over $10 car.
I really got to go. You do it for me. Okay?
I'll do it, but I just said
I appreciate it.
we've been trying to set it.
That's all.
Has a mystique about him, a charisma, a mesmerization about him to draw people that no other politician's ever drawn. They envy him. National level, state level, local level, parish level, they envy him. They really envy him. He has a method about him of drawing people that no other elected official, no other politician can dream of. If the national candidates could do that, it'd be a miracle.
What do you think it is? I mean, why is it?
I think it's his character. He has a certain character about him. He has a certain realism about him that people can visualize, can touch, can see, can talk with him, can be with him, and not feel intimidated. You take a lot of elected officials, a lot of national politicians have a certain feeling about him to sometimes intimidate people. He doesn't intimidate anybody.
Yeah.
Tall, short, little, black, white, green, yellow, any color you want. He draws them to him. He's a master at that. He really is. His heart's there. He feels for people. He cares for people. Tired, worn out, beaten, battered, he's always with them.
Remind me of any other Louisiana politician?
He's better than Huey Long. He's 10 times smarter than Huey Long. If Edwin Edwards would have been alive in Huey Long days, there'd be no Huey Long. I think his opposition would like to have that. All the opposition, the Tozans, the Browns, the Romas, the Livingstons would love to have it. This is a God-given talent he has. I don't think you can take that away from him, ever. Whether he's 60 or 160 or 80 or 20, you'll never take it away from him. I think it's truly a God-given talent he has. I don't know.
I think there's something about Louisiana, though, sometimes that makes it a little bit different from some other places. I mean, you were talking about that with it.
I think you can compare Louisiana politics to Maryland, maybe, for his emotion, for the blatant politics. Louisiana, everybody wants to get involved. They feel they need to get involved. They want to get involved with a man that they can talk to and relate to. They got a man they can relate to and talk to right here. Whether financial statement doesn't make any difference, educational level doesn't make any difference, where you're born and raised doesn't make any difference, he can relate to him. He really can. He's done it in the past, he will do it again.
I mean, in an election like this, with all the different things going on, how far are the people willing to follow somebody like Governor Edwards?
As far as he needs to. You're going to be surprised, I think, on election day, the turnout. We're all going to, we feel it. We've been out in the roads, we've been out in the streets, we feel it. But there's going to be a lot of people really surprised about the turnout on this election. It adds to the mystique of him. It adds to the mystique of this country. It adds to the mystique of this state. I think a lot of states envy him. A lot of elected officials envy him. They'd love to be able to do it and say it like he does. They do it, but they don't say it. And those that say it, when they say it, gets criticized so bad they can't handle it. He handles it so well. The basic admiration and respect and love that he has overshadows regardless of what he does. And people understand it. They relate to him. They feel it. There's a little bit of that in everybody here today. That's why you see this auction. It's a gamble. What are they buying here today? And they feel with him. They think like him. They won't like him. They like the things he likes. I think. I don't know what you've heard or what you've seen. Tall Parish, Jackson, Bienville, East Carroll, West Carroll. They get in those rooms. Governor, we for you. We're going to be with you on the gambling. We just can't say it right now with this and that and this and that. We understand what you're trying to say. That's a very conservative area.
So I think there's a lot of people who are for him but just don't want to admit it right now.
They can't. I think they will on election day. Yes, sir. Oh, you're here, police German.
That's right. West Baton Rouge, police German. 16 years. Definitely voting for Edwin Edwards and Fox McKesson. Definitely.
About Edwin Edwards. Now, what makes him so special?
I think Edwin Edwards has been one of the finest governors the state ever had. He took us when we were in good shape. He took us when we were in bad shape. The only thing that people is blaming our governor on, and they're not stopping to realize what's going on. We got 50 states in the union. You got 45 states in trouble. They want Edwin Edwards. We got him in Louisiana. We proud people in Louisiana. We want Edwin Edwards. We're going to re-elect Edwin Edwards governor of this state, regardless how many candidates be in the race.
When did you first come across Edwin?
I first came across Edwards in 1972 when he was running for governor for his first term, but I also knew him when he was in the legislature and when John McKithen was governor, who was one of the finest governors the state ever had, too.
What attracted you to Edward? What is it about him?
Attracted me to Edwards. Edwards is a man who get up in front of the people. He get it.
Getting
Right.
warm now again.
Okay, where we start?
All right. Talking about, what is it what does Edwards have that makes him so appealing to state? Why is he so special? Is he really different?
The special thing about Edwin Edwards, our governor, he tried to lead the people of Louisiana. He tried to save them where it count the most at, and that's in their pocketbooks. It's on this property. It's on their everyday life. He's telling people that gambling, lottery in the state would help taxes, keep taxes down, and stuff into that nature. The people of Louisiana is not following the governor right now because of the oil prices and this, and it's so easy to criticize somebody and to capitalize on their bad points. It's not his fault. Just like I said earlier, there are 45 states in this union in trouble. They send people down from Washington, they indicted the man on all kind of counts. That's in my opinion. They indicted him. He went to New Orleans, he come out, he smelled like a rose, no charges, everything dropped on him. If the man is not doing his job, why the federal government, which is us, the people of the United States, couldn't put him where he belongs if he's not doing his job? He's doing a fair job and a good job.
We've been listening to some of the other candidates talk, and they're all running against him, it seems. I mean, that's the issue.
Right.
But they're saying, okay, on the one hand, state's in a bad way. On the other hand, they got some problems with his lifestyle. He's sort of high living, that sort of thing.
Well, the man deserved everything he got in life, or he wouldn't be on the street to enjoy it. That's how come you got a Justice Department in the country today. His lifestyle had nothing to do with a man like me, the way he's running our state. He's bringing in our state, he's bringing things in. He's not giving the state away in order to receive things. Look what happened in the state of Kentucky when they took the Toyota plant. Louisiana would have took something like that, it'd have crippled Louisiana that much worse. So what can you do? You damn if you do, you damn if you don't. So really and truly, I think the man is making the best decision that any governor we ever had of this state.
So you don't have a problem with somebody's lifestyle as long as they bring in the things that they need here?
Well, lifestyles, we all got good and we all got bad in lifestyle. But it's just like I said at the beginning when I started talking to y'all, it's so easy to criticize, but it's so hard to praise. And Edwin Edwards is a man who's been criticized his last 4 years, but when the oil prices were up and everything, they looked at him. These same candidates looked at him, they wanted his help, they wanted his support. Now he's running and they're running, they can find all kind of bad things. But when they wanted his support, it was all good. But on the 24th of this month, we're going to show you we're going to keep our governor.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
State politics is different.
I think Louisiana politics is the most honest politics in the South because it's a stunt politician, it's TV. Your candidates is more mixed with their people than any state in the union. You don't see in Mississippi, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, I'm using all your southern states. You don't see where your governor mixing with his people, rich people, poor people, retarded people, educated people. This governor we got, he appear anywhere where it's necessarily for him to appear. And I think that we got, I think Louisiana politics is the greatest in the nation myself, really.
Governor Edwards reminds you of any other politician you've had?
I think that the best governor next to Edwin Edwards and the best governor the state ever had was John McKithen. I really believe that deeply in my heart. John McKithen was a man who wouldn't take no for an answer. He kept working and he built Louisiana. Of course, Louisiana, y'all got to stop and understand. Louisiana, everybody was working. They had jobs. The oil prices were up. Edwin, when his first 2 terms in office, he would look that like some of us like the Messiah for Louisiana. That he would look like he was above any other candidate. What's happening in Louisiana today, and this is what people don't stop to understand, it's just not in Louisiana. And that's the part that they ought to correct. There's 45 other states in this union outside of Louisiana. You got 5 states in the union that's really producing. And you fellas is in the...
Ain't nothing to say about Governor Edwin except he's going to be elected again.
Except for what?
He's going to be re-elected again. He's going to be our governor for another 4 years.
Who's the first governor you voted for? Remember?
You want to carry me back a little too far now. I don't know if I remember that right off. Give me a minute and think about it.
Okay, you remember Earl Long?
Yes. I think I was a little too young to vote for Earl Long. First time out.
What about when he ran in the 50s?
When he ran in the 50s, I was probably just starting to vote then.
What kind of impressions you had about Earl? Remember him?
Well, Earl was one of those old politicians, I think. He got out and met the people. I think Edwin's got some of the same tendencies with him to go out and meet the people in their backyard. And I think he's more down to earth with the working man. I think Edwards has been blamed for a lot of things that's happened to the state, but I don't think you could put all the blame on him. Of course, he's at the top of the state, so that's why they blame him. But if you want to blame somebody on top, I guess go all the way to the president. I think he's the only man in the race that can get something done in 4 years. I don't have anything bad to say about the other candidates, but I think it's going to take them 4 years to get set in their ways and get set in doing things, and I think it's going to take them more than 4 years to get anything done. I think Edwards already set, and he could get something done in 4 years.
There seems to be 2 parts to Edwards, I guess, as there is to everybody. There's the political side of him, what he's done in government. Then he's also got a personal side, which is raise some eyebrows.
He's a very likable fella. I think he's everybody's friend. He can talk on anybody's level. Like I said, he can meet you. He can meet you in your backyard and talk to you. He can meet you at a car auction and talk to you. He's had lunch with us at a little bar in Bruley called Mutt's. Probably 100 years old, and probably about 40 people to fill the place up. He's had lunch with us there. I think he gets down to wherever the public or the people are, regardless of where they're at or how well off they are, or if they're just working people. He can meet with them and talk to them.
What about all this talk about him going to Las Vegas and gambling and running around?
He's a human being, I'm fixing to make a trip to Las Vegas in December, I hope. It's just, I'm at as well as you, anybody else. If you get a chance to go, you'd like to go.
You don't hold that against him?
No, I don't. I sure don't.
A little bit unusual.
All right.
Cut it.
I think you got a lot more money spent in Louisiana politics than you do anywhere else in the country. But it's a trend that started years back, and it's something that it seems they can't get out of it. I'd like to see a lot less money spent on campaigning in Louisiana, but it's like a rut. You can't get out of it. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. I think it's money tends to buy votes, buy people that just for the price of $1, you can turn their heads and pull the right lever, and I don't think it ought to be like that. But like I said, I think it's in a rut now, and I don't think they're gonna get out of it.
How would you describe Louisiana politics to somebody who didn't live in the state?
Exciting. Exciting, and it takes a lot of energy to get in Louisiana politics.
Would you agree with that?
I want to present a citizen from West Baton Rouge who would like to comment on the
Steve King.
statewide election.
All I got to say is I think Governor Edwards has been a fine governor for this state. I think he will be a fine governor. That's why I'm voting for him, and I hope everybody votes for him. That's all I got to say.
Good.
y'all later. 27. We'll get this. Don't look at the... Once they've read the sign.
If we move the sign, couldn't we get from the other side, get Mulatto Bend in the sign and also the thing in the background and use that as a segue into there?
Yeah, I think...
I still think the best line I heard today was the mayor of Port Allen saying that Earl didn't have the finesse that Huey did. He was great, especially with the hat.
We gotta watch out.
Same morning as the LSU homecoming here in Baton Rouge. Figure out when he's going to be there. Edwards rally on Capitol steps next Saturday.